Hello, everyone. Ladies, gentlemen. Tonight I want to tell you a story. This is the story of my life up until now, of trials and tribulations, about hope in the face of constant, never-ending ridicule and failure. Now, for the sake of being anonymous during this play, I will refer to myself as Jeff, my brother as George, my mother Barbara, and my father as George Sr. And to be 100% clear, this play is not about or even loosely related to the political figure, Jeb Bush. I don't know who Jeb Bush is, and I wouldn't waste my precious time with you all rambling on about him. Any resemblance to real people is entirely coincidental. I cannot emphasize this enough. I am absolutely not Jeb Bush. My name, Jeff. So now you might be asking yourself, Jeff, who are you and why should I care about you? And to that, I say valid. But I think some of you all will be able to relate to my story. You see, we all have our highs and lows. Some of us just have mostly lows. I want to tell you all my story to remind everyone that no matter who you are, how badly you've fallen, or how little you've achieved, at least you aren't Jeff Bush. So without further ado, I present to you my life. Please clap.
What the hell happened to you, son? What happened to your clothes?
It's not my fault, Dad. I got beat up at school. They pushed me down and made fun of me, and it was...
All right. Now, this has been going on for far too long, Jeff. When are you going to be a man and start standing up for yourself? You're not going to be able to come running to me for help the rest of your life. The men in this family don't take any crap from anyone, yet you're sitting there like a wounded puppy. Shameful is what it is. You need to man up like your brother George.
But Dad, they stole my favorite little turtle and it was...
No, Jeff, no buts. Now get out of here and clean yourself up. You look like a mess.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Georgie, how's my favorite son doing?
Pretty good, Dad. Hey, check out this cool little turtle I took off this loser at school.
Mom, you think you can help me with my history homework? I'm having a heck of a time with it.
Hello, who said that? Was it you, George?
No, Mom. Wasn't me.
It's me, Mom. I'm right over here.
Oh, is it you saying that, Jeff? Where are you?
I'm here at the table, Mom.
Oh, sorry, sweetheart. I didn't see you sitting over there. You're just in George's shadow. Now what's confusing you, Jeff?
Oh, never mind. I think I figured it out. It's just, sometimes I just don't feel good enough. I mean, George is shipping out to go fly planes in a couple days, and I can't even finish my homework.
Sweetie, you can't beat yourself up over such a little thing. You think your father ever let something like that get in his way? None of the men in our family have ever been all that book smart, and look at us. Your father just got into the House of Representatives. You think he got elected because he did well on some silly homework?
I guess not, Mom.
And look at George over there, working hard, about to go join the Air National Guard, and even he's having some trouble with the tests. George, honey, what are you working on?
Just part of my aptitude test the recruiter gave me, Ma. I'm giving it the business, but it just ain't going in.
All right, now remember, sweetheart, slow and steady wins the race.
You really think I can be like Dad and George one day?
Jeff, the men in this house are out to rule the world, and I know you are too. Heck, I might be so bold as to say we have 2 future presidents and 1 future governor living under this roof.
Thanks, Mom. Wait, which one am I? Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I want to thank the people of Florida, not just for voting for me, but for supporting me throughout this endeavor. I want to thank God for giving me the strength to win this election. It truly was a hard-fought race, but most of all, I want to thank my dad, Mr. George H.W. Bush, for believing in me along every step of the way. And now I promise to fight and govern fairly for the great state of Florida, and sometimes for the people of Florida.
Hello?
Hey, Dad, it's me. I was just calling to let you know, I won. I won the race for governor of Florida. I mean, all those years of you saying I would never amount to anything. Always talking about George and how he was the one that was going to really make it. I did it, Dad. I mean, I'm the governor. I won the race. Now, how about that dad?
Who is this, and how did you get this number?
No, Dad. It's me, your son. Jeff, I won the governor race.
Yeah? Well, call me back when you're president.
You'll see, Dad. I will be the president. Just you wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2016 Republican National Debate.
Hey, nice hustle out there, Jeff.
Hey, buddy, listen, we all did our best out there.
We're not your buddies here, Jeff.
Come on, Jeff, you got to get a little more aggressive out there. Give it some bite. That's how your father and brother got the office. I guess every family really does have its black sheep.
Ba.
But hey, you do whatever you need to do, little Jeffrey. Slow and steady wins the race. Unless the race is a presidential race, but hey, maybe you could be the president of that McDonald's right up the road. I'm sure all of the seniors in for their 5 a.m. breakfast would give you their vote.
Come on, guys, that's just hurtful. Aren't we all on the same team here?
Oh, we are, Jeff, but you aren't. The party mascot is an elephant, not a sad little turtle.
You know, I think I'm more like a tortoise, actually. I think tortoises are very wise creatures. Did you know?
Yeah, see, nobody cares, Jeff. That's your problem. You just can't hit back quick enough, can you? You just take and take and take. That's why you got demolished out there by a schlubby orange New Yorker. And it's why you can't get Daddy to wheel himself out to endorse your campaign.
Well, at least the people voting for me share more than one brain cell collectively and aren't a bunch of raunchy, two-tooth-having hillbillies. You know what? Maybe I'm not in the lead for this race, but I thank God every day I'm not some big orange lunatic who's gone completely off the deep end or some Weasley-looking senator from the single worst state on the planet. And I sure wasn't the single biggest piece of dog crap on that stage. I left that up to you guys. Now, let me tell you, when I look in the mirror every morning, I've got to look at sad old Jeff day in and day out. But I thank God Almighty I don't have to see one of you ghouls staring back at me. I might not give half a crap about the old farts voting for me, but at least I've still got some dignity left. What did he say about your wife earlier, Ted? That she's an ugly cow?
Whoa, Jeff, that's my wife you're talking about.
That's too far there, Jeff, too far.
Oh, Jeff, buddy, you just insulted our base. Now, your cold, cold heart might not care about all the people out there voting for you, Jeff, but we do. I'm fucking with you. Of course we don't care, Jeff, lighten up. Gosh, he really brought the fangs out for that one, didn't he? Come here, you.
Cut it out, man.
Now, those were some very unkind words, Jeff. Come on, guys, let's go give him a swirly.
Hey, quit it, guys. Stop dunking my head in the toilet for crying out loud.
Hey, Jeff, how are you doing?
George, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know, I was just passing through and thought I'd drop by the old campaign office and see how you're doing, little brother. What you up to, buddy?
Oh, I'm just looking through some campaign numbers, seeing how we're doing out there.
Oh, yeah, I bet you're killing it out there, right? I'm not much into the news now anymore, but I'm sure you're pulling ahead.
Uh-huh, George. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be. I mean, with family like us, me and Dad, former presidents, now it'd almost be embarrassing if you didn't win. All them other candidates would be fools to misunderestimate you. All that money from the super PACs just pouring in, you'd have to have a real sad campaign to not be pulling ahead with that kind of cash. Yes, sir, I'd bet good money you got this in the bag.
Hey there, Mr. President, good to see you, sir. Say, have you seen your brother Jeff around? I'm his campaign manager, just need to talk to him for a second.
I'm over here, Tim.
Jeff, you in here?
He's right over here. He's just standing in my shadows all.
Oh, sorry about that, Jeff. Couldn't see you for a second.
Well, it sounds like you two got some winning strategies to discuss, and I've got some painting to do. I bet next time I see you, it'll be on the television, little brother. Sayonara, gentlemen.
All right, Tim. Give it to me straight. What are we looking at?
Well, Jeff, things could be better. I've got good and bad news.
Okay, let's hear it.
As far as South Carolina is concerned, we're only polling well in a couple counties.
Yeah, I can see here we're doing good in Pickens County, Orangeburg, Watts Mills. I've never heard of these places in my life. Give me the good news.
That was the good news. The bad news is we're out of money. We're not getting any more out of the super PAC.
Wait, so it's over?
Yeah, Jeff, it's pretty much over.
Come on, Tim, we've had rough times before. We just got to stick through it a little further. Keep the faith, man.
Are you still paying me to keep the faith?
No.
Uh-huh. Well, pleasure working with you, Jeff. You're still booked for a luncheon tomorrow, so maybe announce you're wrapping it up there. They gave you like 15 minutes on the schedule. Oh, and make sure to shut the lights off on the way out. We can't afford a hefty electric bill.
Now, after all of this, I may not have a seat in the Oval Office, the support of my father, or any constituents in a city you've heard of. But what I do have is the heart and fighting spirit of the humble tortoise. The tortoise always finds a way to beat the hare in the end. Maybe not today or tomorrow or even in a couple years. And yes, I may be almost 70 years old, but I don't believe this is the end of the road for Jeff. Now, I've been asked many times, are you supposed to be someone important? But I've also been asked, can Jeff Bush make a comeback? I say the answer is yes, because the expectations are still extremely low. They say that once you hit rock bottom, the only way left is up. And let me tell you, I really hope this is rock bottom. So after a not so narrow defeat in the primaries, I've decided to step out of the political scene and keep an eye on my party from the sideline where they believe I belong. Let me tell you, the campaign trail, it's just one bad, it's like a nightmare after a nightmare. But let me assure you that I will. That's it. They're kicking me out the door. They're kicking me out the door. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Mr. Bush, I believe your schedule has a hard stop. Now, next up, I guess there is no next show. That's it, folks. Thanks for joining us, and have a good night.